I'm going to teach you how to identify food sensitivities in your child. I went through this with my daughter. I personally had food sensitivities myself, so I'm well informed to say the least. So first, what are food sensitivities? What is even the point of this video, right? So food sensitivities are the idea that certain foods will cause immune reactions, okay? They may not be allergies, but they are still immune reactions that are caused by the mast cells. And the mast cells will secrete inflammatory molecules which will influence your child's symptoms, behavior, actions, etc. So let me give you some examples of what typical symptoms look like from food allergies. Food sensitivities, right? Food allergies would be anaphylactic responses, throat closing, things like that, EpiPen type stuff. Food sensitivities would be things like face flushing, behavior shifts, hyperactivity, sleep issues, itchiness, eczema, you know, glossy eyes, stomach cramps or stomach pain, etc., constipation. These things are signs that there's a food sensitivity of some sort in the child. And typically the main foods that you got to look at are gluten, dairy, eggs, nuts and seeds, processed food, meat, okay? These are the main things that are hardest to break down and most likely to cause an issue in the child. So you got to first go through one at a time, remove one at a time. Remove gluten. Okay, well, saw some differences in behavior, yeah, but wasn't any difference in eczema. Okay, remove the dairy. Oh, well, the glossiness of the eyes went away. She stopped being so tired. Okay, great. Remove the meat. Oh, wow, she's a different child, much more energy. Eczema's gone. So you start to figure out what's actually causing these symptoms. And 9 times out of 10, it's something we're consuming. Okay, we're consuming. Now, if they have a wide variety of food sensitivities or have sensitivities to everything, then you have to look into mycotoxins as a potential cause. Mold can cause a dysregulation of the immune system and an imbalance in the gut, and that could lead to food sensitivities in the child. This is what my daughter is experiencing. She had sensitivities to nearly everything. And eventually I realized that when her face was flushing up over and over and over again, that it was being caused actually by mold, and that mold was making her more reactive to anything that was going into her body. So anything she would consume, she would have a little bit of a flare up from. And this was something I've seen not only in her, but countless other clients. So if you have a child that is exhibiting various symptoms, their behavior is off all of a sudden, their face is blotchy and red, which is a classic, obvious sign. They have eczema issues, they have any other symptoms like asthma, anything like that. And these are classic signs that you have food sensitivities going on. If you have learning issues, anything like that, you got to start cutting out some of the most obvious foods, because if you don't, it could change the trajectory of their entire life. Right? Their whole life could be changed because you didn't go through an elimination diet with them. And they could be eating this thing for years. It could affect them forever, for the rest of their life, and cause them mental health issues, cause them stomach issues, cause them nervous system dysfunction, etc. So please do the elimination diet with your child. You'll figure out what's working, what isn't. And if they're having allergies to everything, sensitivities to everything, then you absolutely must investigate mycotoxins. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, reach out. Remember, any symptoms you see within a couple hours after consuming food could be caused by the food itself.